Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's live stream, man. How is it going on out there, guys?
What is going on? How was your Saturday night, guys?
Yeah. Tell you what, feels good to do a live stream again for a Saturday night. We haven't done it since our Madden streams, which I don't know when those are going to return because I don't know if I'm getting the next Madden, if I'm going to be real with you. But it feels good to do a stream on Saturday night again.
It definitely does. It's been a while, so we figured why not do it? Preseason's over, so as you guys can tell by the thumbnail, our final Pittsburgh Steelers 53-man roster predictions.
Yes, we did one before camp even hit. And I guess it's appropriate since preseason is officially over for at least the Pittsburgh Steelers to give our final predictions for the 53-man roster. Now, I'm going to go over a list quick of guys that were cut today. I believe cuts are to be due by Tuesday.
By 4 p.m., I believe.
Yeah, so they did cut 9 players. They wasted no time cutting guys. Those guys included tight end Marcus Ball, running back Tony Brooks-James, cornerback Shakur Brown, defensive tackle T.J. Carter, wide receiver Anthony Johnson, cornerback Lafayette Pitts. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Offensive guard Malcolm Pridgeon, wide receiver Matthew Sexton, the sex machine himself, and safety Lamont Wade.
So those 9 players are unfortunately out of a job and out of a shot on being on the 53-man roster, but some of those guys could potentially be on the practice squad, considering the rules from last year are for this year.
Which I totally do expect at least maybe Brown, maybe Wade, maybe Sexton to be on the practice squad, hopefully.
Yeah.
Especially Shakur Brown, someone we've been pretty high on. And spoiler alert, none of those guys were on our list, so we're safe there. They could make more cuts live tonight. I don't know. They're probably going to do more cuts tomorrow. In other news, there is no news on T.J. Watt yet.
Not yet, but I'm sure the news will break out very soon. I'm actually wondering if they're going to be waiting till this upcoming Monday or after the 53-man roster or until the Steelers slim the roster to 53 men.
Right.
Maybe they just want to get this out the way, then announce the extension. I don't know.
I could see that happening, but I'm sure it's definitely going to happen before we hit Buffalo week 1. But he did rank number 9 in top 10, or top 100 actually, players of 2022, excuse me. So, I mean, at least he was top 10. So that's a good spot for him.
Yeah, I can't complain about it whatsoever. Definitely a top 10 player, worthy of that position.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I'm gonna read some of the chat quick here, guys. Let's see, where do we start off?
I guess the top, really.
Yeah, Still Dictate, shout out to him, man, says W, as does It's Aiden Too Cool, says let's get it. The Hustler says, yes, sir, let's get it. Supercook49 says, rumors are swirling about saying we're going to trade Barry instead of releasing him. I'd hope so. He's had a good camp. He's had a good preseason.
Now, I think he's worthy of being a punter for any team in the NFL.
You see kickers getting traded in preseason. Why can't we trade Barry, someone who's been in the league for a while?
Yeah.
And I
get
think
something out of it, considering we traded pretty much the majority of our late-round picks for depth players and a starter in Joe Schobert.
Yeah.
So get something out of it, definitely.
And Colbert is the guy that would make a move like that. So
of course.
That'd be a hell of a get for sure.
Yeah.
My brothers from another mother's, you guys are awesome, says Kirby Pooh Bear. That's a very much appreciated, man.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated.
Xander K-Rel says, R.I.P. Dobbins for fantasy. Yeah, prayers up to J.K. Dobbins. He was my guy last year. That's who I wanted at 49. I was glad we took Claypool. Looking back at it now, seeing we got Najee.
In the end, hopefully for the future it turns out good. But we were very hype and excited for Dobbins.
That was my guy.
He was the guy for us. But we're glad Claypool is with the team and we got Najee. But prayers up to J.K. Dobbins. Hopefully the injury isn't too severe, too bad. He was carted off after actually being on the court for a while. Hopefully he's good. Prayers up to J.K. Dobbins. Hell of a player. Definitely a great running back for the Baltimore Ravens. For their future, too.
That's for sure. He was one of the guys I was going to select in fantasy. Spoiler, even hopefully, it's nothing too severe, too extreme. But, yeah, J.K. Dobbins was going to be a fantasy guy.
Yeah.
But outside fantasy, this guy's just a hell of a talent. So it's unfortunate. And I'm looking at it now. I'm glad Najee sat.
Yeah, but hopefully J.K.'s good.
Question for the SteelTwins. If y'all get into an argument, can you call the other ugly? No, because you're calling yourself ugly. It's like looking.
Pretty much. I mean, we're twins. I mean.
You are very correct there.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Gio says, yo, Man, I haven't talked to Gio in a while. How you
Hey,
doing, Gio?
How you been, bro? It's been a while.
Yeah, man. How you been, bro? Hodges over Haskins says Yeet McGeet. Wow, do you think so?
Wait, Hodges over Haskins?
Devlin Hodges.
No.
Duck Hodges.
Nah. Hodges, oh, come on, man. Hodges was bad. He was.
He was a great, he matched up perfectly with what that 2019 season was. It's a roller coaster, but
He was, yeah. I mean, he's very charismatic. I'll give him that. When it comes to charisma, he fits that to the T with the Steelers.
yes, he does.
But as a player, I mean, he's not good.
General Thompson with a $4.99 super chat says, "Let's go." Shout out to General Thompson for the $5 super chat. I just rounded it. It is $5, but very much appreciated from GT.
Seriously,
The
thank
man.
you very much, Thompson. You the man.
Yes, he is. As is Define says, "Yowie wowie." Define, I got a question. Where do you think he's going? Little question for him there. Steel Cannon says, "What's up, SteelTwins? What's up, Steel Cannon? Who did they keep as punter?" That is not announced yet, but hopefully Harvin. And we'll give our prediction in that shortly. Sexton was on my list, says General Thompson. What players would you recommend for fantasy? Well, now Gus Edwards, because I think he's starter quality. He's just in a packed rushing game, and he's definitely going to boost up there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But
No
J.K.
doubt.
Dobbins was a guy for me. I can't release too much because we're going to have a fantasy draft with the Discord chat very shortly, and I don't want to give too much of my playbook.
Yeah, and outside of the obvious, main guys in fantasy, I'm still scouting. So I can't really spoil anything.
Yes,
So
that is very true. Jared's Sanchez says, "Yo, what's up, Jared? Who do you think is the slot cornerback?" I honestly haven't given any thought, truly, because I don't know.
it's undetermined as of right now. It's
Again,
uncertain.
Maybe the Steelers make a move before or after the cuts, and they pick up someone of familiar name that could step in.
And a quality, capable starter if Millette, is still out, because I think Millette will be the starter when he's healthy, but considering he's dealing with the injury, you got to have someone in there.
Right.
That could be Sutton. Maybe they move him down, but maybe they like him a lot outside.
But they also like Pure a lot.
I know, that's the thing.
And he stepped up. Honestly, I would put Sutton in the slot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I think you gotta start Pure now with the injuries at slot corner.
I mean, I'm just saying.
At least for now.
I mean, I'm just saying, when it comes to week 1, do you know who the heck we got to go up against in the slot?
Yeah, Cole Beasley.
Yeah, we got to have someone credible there.
Think about him however you want, but Cole Beasley is a hell of a slot receiver. He is
one of the best in the league.
He's a mismatch, honestly, in the slot. He's just filthy.
Very.
Super Cook says, "I just hope we keep Harvin, and the organization isn't stupid." The organization is definitely not stupid. I do believe we keep Harvin.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you see the Steelers add a player or two? Definitely. See, the initial 53 is always the initial. It's never the complete confirmed heading into week 1. They
Right.
always keep their initial guys, and then they make a few moves after other teams have cut specific guys, and then they pick them up.
Right.
Which I believe is something they're going to do. They created cap space for that, and I can definitely see Colbert for sure making another move or two, especially at corner. Maybe safety as well.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. In my opinion, Haskins can work well with this team. He works with Harris well and does have the potential to be a great quarterback. He just needs time with the team. He does. He's been with the team for, 7 months now?
Yeah, only a few months.
So give him time. And I got to tell myself that as well.
Yeah, of course.
So, definitely. Let's see, where did I leave off at? I was at the Panthers game. Panthers fans went crazy that they beat our backups. Well, they don't see much success, and I don't know if they will with Sam Darnold, especially that explains the rumors of them possibly going after Deshaun Watson. I don't know where he's going to go.
I don't know. I've been hearing the Dolphins are a front runner, but with what the Texans are asking for, their asking price is very hefty.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I feel like the Dolphins is one of the teams that can be able to give them what they want, but do they want to give them what they want? Especially with Watson's situation.
I don't know. See, it's tough.
If I'm Miami, I'm not doing that. It's not this year.
It's tough.
Not this year.
Kirby Pooh Bear with a $10 super chat says, "Guys, in your opinion, please be honest. Do you think the Jags were fair to cut Tim Tebow from the team after one preseason game? I, for one, think it's not fair." Well, if you see how the way he was blocking at tight end, 2 straight plays, it was just awful. He showed, little effort.
It's like he was scared to block.
Or, I don't know.
I mean, obviously he was a quarterback.
Yeah.
When he played in the NFL originally.
He's built like a tight end. He's very fit. He's muscular, but he's let's not forget this. He's 34. He's been out the league for how many years? He switched positions, a position he's never played before. Yes, he has a familiar coach in Urban Meyer, at least he used to. But I don't think he was going to succeed anyway. After one preseason game, maybe it was a little unfair. But after that game,
I would give him another shot. But
after that game, I don't know. It didn't look like he was going to progress well.
It was very weak. It was very weak at Tim Tebow, but I would give him at least one more game.
Yeah.
See if he would have done something. But,
yeah.
But we really appreciate the super chat. Really do.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of super chats, they keep coming in. General Thompson with a $20 after a $5 says, got my fantasy sleepers ready. # thanks TikTok. Oh, man. So maybe TikTok is good for something. But Thompson with $25 tonight, man. That's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, Thompson, you're killing it right now, man.
Thompson is a G. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Greatly appreciated of this, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But we're going to get into the 53-man roster. At least we're going to start with the offense. We're going to start with quarterbacks. Obviously, Ben Roethlisberger, Mason Rudolph, and Dwayne Haskins. I think Haskins is confirmed for the 53. I don't know what happens with Dobbs, but I'm sure he will be on the practice squad. What are your guys' thoughts? Who do you think makes the 53 in regards to quarterback? Again, our prediction is Roethlisberger, Rudolph, and Haskins in that order.
Right. And when it comes to Dobbs' injury, because he did get injured last night, I actually have not heard any update.
Me neither.
So I don't know what's really up with Dobbs. I'm hoping he's good.
Yeah.
But whether Dobbs makes the 53 or not, I think he still will be a part of this team in some aspect.
Yeah. For sure, because he's just more on the sideline. People were even saying about Haskins. Haskins got everything right, and he can't let one bad preseason game get in the way of his performance. I can see Haskins eventually being the backup for Ben. I see a Super Bowl quarterback in Haskins, says C.J. Wilson. That is crazy praise for Haskins, but maybe that's wishful thinking.
It could be, but Haskins, when it comes to being with this team, sometimes it takes a bit.
It does.
In the quarterback position is probably the toughest position to develop and define in the NFL.
Oh, obviously. I mean, they are.
I mean, look at us. Back when we had Terry Bradshaw, I mean, we went from quarterback to quarterback to quarterback for 20-some years.
It took us, I'm trying to get my math right, it took us over 20 years to find the next franchise.
And Ben came along. Even Ben, he had a very slow start in his career.
Yeah.
Before he eventually turned into what he is now.
I will say, I don't think Haskins is done in Pittsburgh.
No, definitely
and that's
not.
In regards to the 53 and in regards to next year.
Right.
It's Aiden Too Cool says, trade Jordan Berry for Sean Davis. Why? I have no idea. Safety depth, that's why.
I mean, Sean Davis is...
I wouldn't hate it.
No, he's credible depth. And I don't even know who the Colts punter is.
Yeah.
I actually don't know, so why not?
Seal Nation 412 says Haskins didn't show no improvement this whole preseason, and last night he looked like the same player he was in Washington. Again, back and forth with Haskins, man. But, that's expected about a guy with Haskins and how he's been, his start in the NFL has been pretty rocky. So... But it seems people are pretty in agreement with our prediction with Ben, Rudolph, and Haskins. General Thompson says Ben, Mason, and Haskins, unfortunately. I guess you like Dobbs. Dobbs goes practice squad. Haskins goes number 3. Dobbs will be on the practice squad. Yeah, I think we can all expect that. That's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. And you can't really complain about that. I mean, Ben's going to be starting, obviously.
Right.
So we don't have to worry about the opposed to backing him up as of right now. Knock on wood in case Ben goes down. Hopefully not.
Right.
But Ben's going to be starting this year. That's all we got to worry about.
Yeah. Now we're going to move on to running back. Najee Harris, Anthony McFarland, Kalen Ballage, and Derek Watt. We only keep 4 running backs. One of them is a fullback.
So no Benny Snell?
No Jalen Samuels. Why would you need to keep them? Ballage can do everything they can do. He can catch in the backfield. He can work special teams. Pretty agile. He's a hell of a lot better than Snell in regards to carrying the ball and as a scheme fit.
Yeah, he is.
And I don't see how Snell makes the roster. He only played 1 preseason game due to injury, and we can't even blame his performance last night on injury because he hasn't changed since day 1.
He hasn't. You look at how he played yesterday and last year, there's no difference. No. Now, I feel like if he didn't get injured earlier, maybe he could have gotten a bit better when it came to training camp and playing more in the preseason. But with him out and Ballage was in, he stepped up.
Yeah.
And he played really well, and I think he's definitely deserving of that number 3 role at the running back position.
And I think he can rotate nicely with Harris in maybe a power back role or in a specific goal line formation.
Yeah, situation, short yardage type of back that he can easily do it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a guy that can get it done.
Now, I don't see Harris coming off the field very often, but if there's a guy that could do it for you, it's Balaj.
Yeah.
Alex D says, for running back, I got Najee, McFarland, Balaj, Sia, Snell, and Samuels, although I wouldn't mind Samuels as the 4 looked decent this preseason. He actually did.
Yeah, I'll give Samuels that, no doubt.
Maybe he's a lock for the practice squad because the Steelers really seem to like him.
Could you say the same about Benny Snell, too?
Yeah, you could. That's a smart assessment, I'd say.
I don't know if we keep both. I think we will only have to choose one. If I had to choose one, I'd probably choose Snell. Although I can see Jalen Samuels be put in that practice squad spot at running back because he's more versatile. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Steelers do, but when it comes to the 53-man roster, those are the running backs we get. Those are the backs we keep.
Right.
And I can see it. I think that's all you need, really. I mean, Najee is all you need.
People are in agreement. Najee 1, Balaj 2, McFarland 3, says Steelers Nation 4, 1, 2. So it seems like guys are in agreement with our prediction there. Unger to the Max, shout out to him, man. The Max says, hey, SteelTwins, how are you guys doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you guys for the season? Which game or games, are you most excited for? On a scale from 1 to 10, I am a 11.
I'm a 12. I'm real pumped up. I'm real excited. And games to look forward to, man, with our schedule, there's a lot.
I'm definitely looking forward to that Titans game. That's the game that we're scheduled to go to.
In Pittsburgh. The Bills game, obviously, coming up in week 1. We got, obviously, the division rivals. We got Kansas City. We got, I almost said San Diego. Los Angeles, the Chargers.
The Chargers are going to be a nice one.
The Raiders are going to be a competitive team, too.
I think the Broncos one's going to be nice because I like what they did on defense.
Yeah.
So I like to see how our offense edges against them. So
and the Packers, too, with A-Rod playing.
Dude, you can say that every game.
Pretty much.
Because we do have the toughest schedule in the league, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this team does.
Yeah.
But definitely the Browns game, that's for sure.
Yeah. That's
in Heinz Field?
One of the games I'm really looking forward to, man.
Yeah. Let's see. Where are we at in the chat? Ben isn't going to play 2 more years. The question wasn't about Ben's quality of work. It's about how his body can hold up, and I doubt it will. Now you got to carry a lot of slack towards weeks 14 and 17. He definitely will. That's why we drafted him.
Yeah.
He's going to take a lot of pressure off the Ben. He's going to take a lot of throws out of his arm.
And that's what Ben needs.
He's going to be that breather for Ben.
That's what Ben's missed for several years.
Yeah, he has.
A guy like Najee, man, he can do it.
Yeah. We're going to go to wide receiver now. No different from last year. 5 receivers.
Literally no different. Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Juju Smith-Schuster, James Washington, and Ray McLeod.
No different. Great receiving core. You got 4 starters on that team. 4 starters on that receiving core. James Washington is a hell of a 4th guy. I do hope he gets mixed in pretty decently with this offense because he deserves it.
Yeah, and I've said it several times. I'm going to say it again. I think Washington, as of now, has the strongest hands on the team. When I mean wide receiver.
You can say that or Juju.
Or Juju, yeah, but Juju had his case of drops a couple times.
Right.
In the past couple of years. But Washington, I feel like when the ball's thrown his way, somehow, some way, those farmer hands, they're not going to let go of the ball. Yeah. He's going to find a way to keep a hold of it. Washington's got some underrated hands. I think he's got the strongest on the team.
You're very correct, man. Hey, SteelTwins, do you think Freiermuth will be the next Heath Miller, says Chris Taylor? Yes, sir. Yes. This guy is very identical to Heath Miller.
Very identical. And I'm actually going to give him a bigger praise, I guess you can say, in a prime Jimmy Graham.
Really?
Especially in the red zone. When he was with Drew Brees and early on in Seattle with Russell Wilson, how Jimmy Graham was so dominant, so elusive, so good. I can see Freiermuth being another Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
Because the ball's thrown his way. Jimmy Graham caught everything thrown his way, especially in the end zone. I can see Freiermuth being another Jimmy Graham in this league.
Yeah, I can totally see that. That's for sure.
I mean, that's just me. I see a lot of Jimmy Graham and Freiermuth.
Right.
But I can see some Heath comparisons in there, too.
Let's see, where am I at? Let's see, hot take. I think we keep 6 wide receivers this year. Okay. So who would be the 6th receiver for you? Because, honestly, I'm not sure who that would be. Maybe Rico? Maybe Rico? I don't think Sexton can't because he just got cut. But
I don't know. Maybe Cody White, potentially?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I'm not sure who would be the 6th guy. Alex D says, you guys look at any 2022 college quarterbacks? Yes. Obviously, there's Spencer Rattler, who's looking really good. There's Sam Howell, who could be the Heisman, maybe a future number 1 overall. I'm looking at who's the one quarterback from Cincinnati? Desmond something?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Can't remember his name right now, but he's pretty good. He's pretty solid.
But one guy I really like, who's getting some comparisons to even Ben, is Boston College quarterback Phil Jurkovec, I think is his name. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe so.
But it seems like because this guy, in a model of Ben, he's able to move around in the pocket, extend plays, always has his eyes down the field. It's very reminiscent of Ben a little bit.
Right.
But one thing's for sure, I think we're going to draft a quarterback, but that's for draft talk. Let's see where we're at. Hot take, trade Juju and start Washington outside. I doubt they do that, man. That is crazy, but you could say they're the same player. They're both versatile. They can play outside, inside. Although Washington's a hell of a lot more of a outside guy.
Yeah.
He has strong hands, fights for yards, very reliable.
He's actually a better deep threat than Juju.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially they are the same player, but I think Juju, when it comes to his relationship with Ben, more reliable.
Right.
Especially in those third down situations.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to move to tight end. Eric Ebron, Pat Freiermuth, and Kevin Rader. Zach Gentry gets the boot. I think Rader makes it due to his faster progression. I will give Gentry credit. He has looked better this offseason.
Yeah, he's looked stronger, faster. His blocking has definitely gotten better a lot, but I feel like Rader has done just as much as Gentry, and I feel like with his special teams ability could benefit him into being the number 3 tight end.
I think that would definitely give him a lot because that's where he's going to see a lot of time.
Yeah.
And they're going to prioritize special teams for sure, which is why they went out of the way to draft Presley Harvin.
Yeah, they did.
So,
they did.
What do you guys think about the tight end position? Someone's already saying Zach Gentry stays. He's going to be tight end 3, says Douglas Coley the second.
I can see that.
Thompson says Gentry to the practice squad. Chad says Rader won't make it, so there is some indifference here.
Which I can understand when it comes to number 3. You know, it could go either way. It is a toss-up.
It's a very close battle.
It's like a coin flip for most people.
Chris Taylor with the steal of the century, bigger than Kevin Colbert could ever think of, is Trey Jordan Berry, Benny Snell, and a 4th-round pick for Patrick Mahomes. Get it done. Get the man on the phone.
Hey, listen, Kevin Colbert, you know what to do. You know how to do it. You can get it done. Get her done, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, bring that man. I don't care how much money he's got. I don't care. I'll help the Steelers. I'll give him some money to make sure they can pay Patrick Mahomes. Shit.
Yeah, we'll set up a GoFundMe account. We'll all just donate however much we want to pay the man. That's not obviously.
No, of course not. Chiefs,
Mahomes is never leaving the Chiefs.
Chiefs would be stupid to do that.
Not in a long time. So
no, he signed like what? What was it? A 10-year contract or something?
Something like that. It was a baseball contract in a football league. Wow.
He's gonna stay there for a while. He's gonna dominate the league for until he's done.
He's gonna have a Tom Brady like length,
pretty much,
or career in Kansas City.
If he's well conditioned, if he doesn't get injured, he doesn't get hurt as often or as much, then yeah, no doubt.
Street Shots says thoughts on Pierre. He looks pretty solid. Thumbs up emoji. I'm loving what Pierre's doing.
Now Pierre's growth has definitely shown a lot.
It's rare to see a homegrown talent at the cornerback position develop into a star. I've only seen one guy do it, maybe 2. Cameron Sutton and Mike Kelton. But even Mike Kelton wasn't necessarily homegrown because he got sent to 2 teams before coming to here.
We got the big opportunity since coming to Pittsburgh.
Yes.
So I guess in a way he was homegrown, but James Pierre's growth is amazing to see. I'm actually really excited for the guy's future.
Yeah.
And when it comes to corner, I can see him potentially, because of his growth, I can potentially see him starting opposite of Hayden, and because of our nickel corner situation, you put Sutton in there. That way, the cornerback situation in the secondary is a little bit more better and incredible than what it could be with Sutton outside and whoever else is in the nickel.
But if that's the case, it all depends on how Pierre does starting opposite of Hayden. If he continues with his progression and looks good outside, Sutton will remain in the slot. If not, they're going to have to push Sutton back outside and figure out something in the slot.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
Unless they put Pierre in the slot, but why would you do that? That just makes no sense. You've tested him out outside all off-season, all camp, all preseason.
Yeah.
So I don't see how that's fathomable. Is that a word? It is now. I just made up a word. I'm a creator, guys. The Dreadman is in the building. Says, "What's up, fellas? What's up, man?"
Hey, Dreadman, how you been, bro?
Yeah. Chad says, "We need more O-line help," which leads us to our next position. O-line. We keep 9 offensive linemen in our prediction. The starting lineup for left to right. Chuck Okorafor, who I don't think should start. It should be Dan Moore, but they might start Chuck's due to him being a veteran and in a contract year. Chuck Okorafor, Kevin Dotson, Kendrick Green, Trey Turner, Zach Banner. That's our starting O-line.
Now the backups. Dan Moore, Rashad Coward, BJ Finney, and Joe Haig.
Not great depth at all, but it is some pretty versatile depth.
And I feel like for this year, you do have to stack up offensive linemen.
You do.
Because the offensive line is definitely the biggest question mark when it was leading into the preseason and still leading into the regular season.
Right.
So I feel like even with the depth we got, although it's not the greatest, you got to stack it up. You got to.
You just have to. It's the biggest question mark heading into the season, even still now.
You got to make sure you have some guys in there. You got to make sure guys, in case something were to happen, you got guys that can step in and get the job done.
Yeah. No, regarding the O-line, I do think Dan Moore will start at some point this season, whether it's due to injury or due to Chuck's benching. But I think it's going to be more related to Chuck's benching because I'm not sure if he's going to do well.
I don't know. I mean, when it comes to contract year, Chuck's definitely got to step up.
I'd gladly bench him as a swing tackle because he can play right tackle. He started right tackle last year. He can play left and right. He can be your swing tackle. You can cut Joe Haig and get your 6th-round comp back because he's costing us that. If you cut Haig, then you'd get a 6 back. You can bench Chooks and keep him as a swing tackle because you know he's started at both positions. And then you can start Dan Moore, who's looked a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, or even if you want to bring another offensive lineman in there, you can even get Hasenauer back for extra depth at center.
You could do that, or guard.
Yeah, something like that. So I'm really liking the growth for Dan Moore. Yeah, again, like last year with Kevin Dotson, a 4th-round rookie offensive lineman that's really stepping up.
But I want you to think about this, guys. In the future, if everything pans out perfectly, we're looking at Dan Moore at left tackle, Kevin Dotson at left guard, and Kendrick Green at center.
Neither of them were a 1st-round pick. Or a 2nd.
That, or a 2nd, but they were also selected within the last 2 years. You know how young that is? And they all play to the same level of physicality. They can get to the 2nd level, create lanes. They finish plays.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
With how young they are, with how much more they're going to be developed with their young careers, it's actually exciting to think about with the left side and the main piece at center.
I'm getting giddy up just thinking about it. I'm not going to lie with you.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens with Chucks and everything like that, but
yeah.
I'm up for Dan Moore potentially starting if Chucks were to get benched. Yes. I really am. I think Dan Moore is actually a natural left tackle. I know they've experimented him at right tackle, and he's done all right, but I think he's better at left tackle.
Right.
So
that's for sure.
That's just my opinion.
In the chat, people are saying, I think Brian Poole signed with the Saints, but don't quote me. I believe he did sign with the Saints, and he was pushed to IR due to an injury.
Yeah.
That's the guy we were all wanting the Steelers to sign all offseason to be the slot guy because he's so underrated. He's like a great value Mike Hilton. He can do it all. He can cover, work in the running game, blitz. He's a fearless tackler. But they didn't sign him.
No. Unfortunately.
I guess they were too high on Pierre. Or Antoine Brooks. So, but that's one guy we really liked, and he's out of the picture now because he's with the Saints on the IR.
And we'll see what our guys can do at corner or if we do make a move eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But before we get into the offense, or the defense rather, because that is the complete offensive
roster
for the 53-man roster our prediction. Want to get a little plug in for
really
the merch, and that is not the merch. That is the merch.
That is the merch. SteelYingers.com. As you guys can see right there, new fall/winter merchandise. As you can see, JB Nation right there, and SteelTwins hoodies and beanies. Look at that, guys.
That is awesome with the merch that is already up there. So quick plug-in there for sure. But you can get hoodies and beanies and gear up for the fall winter weathers, which are coming up very soon. Thankfully, it's my favorite time of the year, favorite weather of the year. I just love it.
I'm real excited for this time to come around. Love this time of year.
But feel free to check that out. Link should be in the description below. Now let's get into the defense.
Defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Defensive line stacked, and we decided to actually keep, for our prediction, 7 defensive linemen.
Because I just think we have to.
With how stacked our depth is. But obviously the stars are Cameron Heyward, Stephon Tuitt, and Tyson Alualu. And the depth is Chris Wormley, Carlos Davis, Isaiah Buggs, and the milkman himself, Isaiah Loudermilk.
Man, that's just great depth. They're all versatile. They've all stepped up this preseason. That's for sure.
Yeah, they have. It goes to show how stacked the defensive line is. It goes to show how strong the pass rush is, even without the starters.
Yeah.
It goes to show how great it really is.
Wormley sure as hell looked good last night, as he did all preseason. He's definitely being a hell of a trade that we got from Baltimore. The thing with Wormley is, even Ravens fans said, we talked to Ravens fans, shout out to Flock Jarrett. We talked to Ravens fans, and they say, he's good. He's a great rotational guy. It's just he's in a packed D-line core. So that's why we trade for him, for D-line depth.
Yeah, and he's the main backup for us.
Yes.
So it's the perfect role for Chris Wormley with this team, and you got great young, talented defensive lineman depth pieces in Carlos Davis, Isaiah Buggs, and especially Isaiah Loudermilk. When we traded back into the 5th round this past offseason, this past draft, we were all thinking maybe cornerback, considering how uncertain it was at the time, and It still is. We were all thinking maybe Shaun Wade out of Ohio State, considering that he's a great slot cornerback.
And now he's going to New England.
He was drafted by Baltimore, but then he was traded because of how stacked Baltimore's secondary is. Now he's in New England, like you said, but we decided to pick up Isaiah Loudermilk, who a lot of people did not even put a round ranking with this guy. They thought he was just a simple undrafted prospect.
Right.
But obviously Colbert and Tallman saw something in this guy, and you saw how he was in preseason. He was bulldozing guys. He's a big, strong dude. He's got very underrated pass rush skills. Like, this guy could end up being potentially something if you were to develop right.
Oh, for sure.
That's just the way I feel.
That's for sure. But that's great depth behind the 3 starting demons on that D-line. And I see some of you guys already talking about Tuitt. Yeah, apparently there's rumors that Tuitt may not start week 1.
Yeah.
And that's not due to any injury. That might be what they're reporting.
Well, I heard that it was what was it?
Undisclosed.
Yeah, undisclosed injury that may be bearing him. That may be right, or that may just be an excuse for what's really going on with Tuitt. Unfortunately, I believe it was his brother that unfortunately passed away this past offseason. I guess it's really been hurting Tuitt, maybe.
I'm going to say it. We know from experience losing a sibling is not fun. It definitely hurts you. So if that's the case,
especially unexpectedly, by the way.
We know what Tuitt is going through. I mean, I hate to say it out here, but Tuitt's brother died because of a hit and run. So prayers up to him. May Tuitt's brother rest in peace, but prayers up to the Tuitt family. So if that is what he's dealing with, completely understandable.
Very.
It's a deep mourning situation.
I'm hoping Tuitt's doing good mentally and emotionally. I'm hoping Tuitt's all right. I'd love for him to get back on the field, but it's best to, make sure that you yourself in your mind is in the right state.
Right. But if it is an injury, I'm sure Tuitt will be back pretty soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
But is he going to play week 1? I sure hope so. But if not, I like the depth we got.
Yeah. Can't go wrong.
Inside linebacker, Devin Bush, Joe Schobert, Robert Spillane. Yes, he still makes the roster due to his special teams ability. I would hate to see this guy rotate with Schobert and Bush. And to be real with you, I don't see how Schobert or Bush even rotate, because those are 2 guys you're going to want to keep on the field at all times. Bush has not missed 1 snap since coming into the league.
No.
And Schobert could be the guy with the green...
The green dot. When he was with the Browns and the Jags, he was a leader for them.
He was the defensive play caller. Bush had it last year. They couldn't give it to Schobert due to his experience and leadership.
Yeah.
But I don't see how those 2 guys ever get swapped out unless it's an injury.
Those 2 are the type of players that are going to play every down. Spillane's probably just going to have to be a special teams ace.
Yeah.
Same with the rest of the inside linebackers we are predicting, Buddy Johnson and Marcus Allen.
Yes, no Ulysses Gilbert III, as much as we'd like to see him possibly make the roster, or I'm sure practice squad. He hasn't showed enough this preseason to give us that confidence.
No, not at all.
I've been a little sad to see him drop a little bit after what was a promising preseason
in his rookie year. Yeah, showed a lot of promise, but
the injuries had just hurt him. I don't think he's fully recovered.
No, he hasn't. I hope he eventually does, but as of right now, I like the guys we got, especially with Schobert being added. I'm more comfortable with Schobert on this team.
Yeah, me too. And I completely missed Jalen Thompson's second $20 super chat.
Another one.
Jesus God. He said Steel Yinzers with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You're counting?
I'm going to say 7 or 8 exclamation points. Jalen Thompson, you are a dog, bro. Seriously.
Thompson, you're the real MVP tonight. You're the GOAT. Dude, this is greatly appreciated. You don't have to, but thank you very much.
I don't believe that shit. He said, I'm going to stop sending super chats now before I go broke. Honestly, I'm going to say, please do. Because,
listen, you don't. This is greatly appreciated, but you do not have to do this. But thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is seriously appreciated. And, of course, any super chats or income goes right back into the channel for giveaways and stuff like that. So, which I'm sure we're going to do this upcoming season. Especially during the bye week, which is, we do a yearly bye week Q&A. We'll be live for that, and I think we'll do a giveaway during that live stream come week 7. Details for that will be revealed pretty soon. Outside linebacker, edge. We keep 5 guys. 5 guys, not 4. 5. TJ Watt, whose shit, is he paid yet? I'm going to search Twitter.
That's YouTube. There we go.
I'm sure the chat would have already said something, but I'm going to check. I am on Twitter right now. And there is 0 news.
I don't see Schefter. I don't see anybody else.
There's no news. When the hell is this man getting paid? Anyway.
We're just going to have to be paid. We're going to have to play the weighing game. He will get paid, no doubt. Steelers will find a way.
I have no doubt in my mind he's going to get paid.
No doubt. But TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Melvin Ingram, Jameer Jones, not Cassius Marsh, Jameer Jones, and Quincy Roche.
We said it on Twitter. We're gonna say here again. Keep Jameer Jones. You keep Quincy Roche, and you cut Cassius Marsh. Cassius Marsh has shown nothing.
I don't see much in Marsh. He reminds me way too much of Anthony Chickillo.
A little bit.
Way too much, and we all know how he was as a backup.
Jameer Jones has stepped up every game, has showed he can be that primary rotational guy. Quincy Roche looked good on special teams, even got a few sacks in the preseason as well. So I'm keeping those guys. I'm keeping the young guys. I know it might be too young for Tomlin and them to keep as your primary edge guys. Well, actually, they wouldn't be your primary edge guys because you have Melvin Ingram to do so.
Yeah.
And Jameer Jones and Roche can primarily work special teams. But moving up into the depth chart, possibly, I believe they can do it.
Oh, yeah. With their dedication, their work ethic, no doubt.
You definitely want to stack edge, though, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Cornerback. This is right beside O-line, this is the question mark for the Steelers this year because specifically the slot corner, which is going to attack us, especially when it comes towards the middle of the field. We don't have a starting slot corner right now, unless you move Sutton inside, which has yet to be confirmed.
Well, we'll see. But cornerback, we got Joe Hayden, Cameron Sutton, James Pierre, Justin Lane, and Arthur Millette. Those are the guys that we got for the cornerback position right here.
Now, an honorable mention, maybe Mark Gilbert makes it initially. And I mean this, when I mean by initially, I mean he'll make the roster initially, and then he'll probably be that cut for if we sign someone after the initial 53.
Yeah.
But I think that's who we keep. We keep 5 corners as of right now. I'm sure we're going to make a move. I think we have to. But as of right now, I think we just keep 5.
Yeah. Maybe the Steelers are just going to want to see if these guys can really live up to what they hope for when it comes to Tomlin. And the Steelers, they tend to do that. They've always done that. Maybe they want to see how they do first before making a final decision of what they should do or what they need to do. I don't know.
Right. But again, I can see Pierre totally being moved outside, starting opposite Hayden, and you force Sutton into slot. That's honestly what they're going to have to be forced to do due to the injuries.
That would be the best case scenario.
Again, unless they make a move. But let me ask you guys in the chat, man, if there's someone out there you would like the Steelers to pick up to work in the slot, who would that be for you guys? And I'm already seeing Youngboy24 says C.J. Henderson, first-round pick for Jacksonville, I believe last year.
Yeah.
See, that I like C.J. Henderson, but there is some concerns about his work ethic and his care in the football, his character.
Yeah, really.
On the field. Like, is he all into, the league or his pro career?
Is he really dedicated to the sport of football?
Right.
Pretty much. I don't know, but C.J. Henderson, you can't doubt the talent the guy's got for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he was their their selection when they traded away Ramsey.
Right. I'm gonna read some of the chat here. Chris Taylor says, "Are you happy with what you've seen from Coach Canada's offense?" Yes. Now I know they did a lot of checkdowns, especially last night with Dobbs and Haskins, but obviously I don't think they want to reveal too much of what they're already trying to bake right now.
No,
and they're going to
definitely
showcase that into the regular season.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you can see there's a lot of pre-snap motion. We're actually playing under center. We're getting some I-form in there. There is some play action. So I'm already liking the stuff we're not used to. So that's
it's promising.
That's a look that's
a little sample, I guess you
right,
could say.
a sign of brightness.
Yeah.
So that's good. Just Blaze 412 or now JB 412. I guess he still goes by Just Blaze. Shout out to him, man, with a $10 super chat. Says, great seeing you guys tonight for family dinner. Go Steelers and launch the damn podcast. Which is something we actually didn't talk about when you were over, but...
Well, we talked about when we were playing COD earlier.
Yeah, which...
But, appreciate the super chat. But, yeah, I mean, me and Dan and JB, we've been discussing, when we would officially launch a podcast.
I don't know. Would you guys be open to a SteelTwins podcast? Let us know in the chat, that's for sure. In regards to corner, let's see. Yeah, everyone's just agreeing with C.J. Henderson. Of course, Shakur Brown got cut. I'm sure he's going to be in the practice squad. So that was my initial prediction of who would win the slot corner job with Shakur Brown. He just got buried underneath competition with Brooks and Millette and even Trey Norwood.
Yeah, he did.
So maybe we move Trey Norwood to the slot. But then again, without him as the primary safety, backup safety, that job will be given to Miles Killebrew. But Miles Killebrew is primarily special teams.
Yeah. So, you kind of screwed either way if you really think about it when it comes to safety depth with the guys that we got. Speaking of safety, I mean...
Might as well get into it.
Minka Fitzpatrick, Terrell Edmonds, obviously, Trey Norwood, Miles Killebrew. That's who we predict.
Yeah.
Those are that's the safeties right there. So, I can see Norwood getting an opportunity at nickel corner. But then again, like you said, Killebrew's nothing but a special teams ace.
Or... do they move Norwood to the slot since they like his Swiss Army knife ability? Tomlin even said it before he announced the pick of Norwood during the NFL draft. Day 3. They like his versatility. He can play corner, play safeties, look good in both areas.
Yeah. That's where he succeeded in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Do they make a move for safety if they are moving Norwood to the slot for now?
They've shown interest, just like Edge in free agency. They showed interest with Carl Joseph and even Malik Hooker, who we all were hoping was going to sign with the team, but obviously he went to Dallas. But it is what it is, really, when it comes to that.
Right. The Hooker should have taken the offer. But
safety depth, it's definitely a question mark. Trey Norwood's a nice guy, but he's only a 7th-round rookie, man.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot on his shoulders.
You're going to want a veteran presence there. There's a couple leftover free agents and when it comes to safety and free agency.
Yeah, I like Trey Boston. I like Jeff Heath. I'd bring them in. They'd be the immediate number 3 guy.
Yeah.
And you could move Norwood to the slot with confidence. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do when it comes to the slot corner position. But I think for sure Sutton is being moved in there.
Yeah.
And Pierre's going to start outside. But we'll see. Colbert always has a trick up his sleeve, so we'll see.
He does. And to finish it off, we're going to talk about special teams right here. Chris Boswell, Presley Harvin III, and Cameron Canada.
Yes. I know there was talks of, I think his name is Christian Kuntz.
Kuntz.
I thought it was Kuntz, excuse me. Christian Kuntz, long snapper, making the roster over Canada, but I think Canada still wins it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Regarding Presley Harvin III, of course he makes the roster. They gave a draft pick on this guy for a reason. He's looked good in camp, in preseason. He looked good yesterday, as did Jordan Berry. He had himself a great preseason. The best we've seen of Berry. But again, my fear is he'll just get complacent.
You're good.
Yes. He'll get complacent if he knows his job is secured.
So why not give Harvin the opportunity, give him the start?
He's a young guy.
He is a young guy, yeah. So Harvin, he's the guy up punter. He's shined a lot.
Yeah, he did, for sure.
He's done a lot, man. But that's the 53-man roster final prediction for us. This could be it. This could not be it. We don't know.
But that is our prediction, man. Let us know you guys' thoughts down below for sure. I'm going to read some of the chat here.
But I do want to say this, though. When it comes to the final 53-man roster for the Steelers, I have no doubt they're definitely going to switch some things and make a move.
Yes.
You know, the 53-man roster ain't going to last all year. They're definitely going to add somebody. I feel like they will.
And the initial 53 that they announced will not be the actual 53 going into week 1. They will make moves.
Yeah.
They've done it every year. So, but that is our, for now, initial 53-man roster prediction. We'll see who they pick up.
Yeah.
Let's see where we at. It's 8-2 Cool says breaking news. TJ Watt just got signed to a 4-year deal with Reeboks. Man, I miss the Reeboks jerseys.
I think they're better than Nike.
Hell yeah. Young Boy 24 said, what happened to Dobbins? He got injured during the game and was holding his knee. I think it was his left knee.
He was carted off the field.
So
I'm hoping Dobbins is good, man. Great back.
Yeah, that was my guy last year, so pressure up to him, that's for sure. I was just talking to a player of the Steelers, a friend, and Watt deal will be announced Monday. That doesn't surprise me.
I figured, yeah.
But they're gonna make us wait all weekend. If you're gonna announce it, so you're telling me if you're gonna announce it Monday, the deal's already done. So announce it. Don't keep us waiting.
I don't know.
Don't keep us waiting.
I don't know. We're just gonna have to play the waiting game. Even if it is done, we just gotta wait.
People are mentioning Richard Sherman. That's not happening.
Nah, not this year.
Prayers up to Richard Sherman. Hopefully he's doing a lot better. His situation is just, it goes to show you, man, the mental status of football players is a serious concern. That was definitely a mental episode because you never see Sherman act like that before. He's a very intelligent and
caring and smart human being.
Properly mannered guy. For him to do something like that is just very odd, but
very. I'm hoping Sherman's doing great, but
I don't think Sherman is going to play football again.
I don't think he should. He needs to focus on his mental health and himself this year. That's what he needs to do. Take a year away from football, go help yourself, go find yourself, and then maybe if you're in the right state of mind, definitely go out there and see if you can still have what it takes next year.
I don't think he should play football again. I think he should just retire.
It won't surprise me if he does, though, considering what went down.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let's see, man. Chris Taylor says you guys should do a collab with Moats and Deke. That would be great. I'm totally open to that.
I'm down for that, absolutely.
They are awesome. Especially Arthur Moats, a fan favorite.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And Deke's great, too.
Oh, yeah. Watch the content. Very, very, very good.
I love his, especially, his after game thoughts. They're funny as hell. Mm-hmm. And their interviews they did, I think it was, I forget when it was, but they did interviews with, like, Zach Banner and Fryermuth. Great stuff.
Very good stuff.
Yeah. John Tom says, I'm going to get my football cards, and then Watt will sign his deal. Then hopefully you got to order in immediately because we need this news to come out.
You're impatient about it.
Very impatient.
If he's going to sign, you just got to wait.
For those that know me personally, you know I am a very impatient man.
He's going to sign, you just got to wait, bro.
Yeah.
We all got to wait.
Barry had a good Barry had a good camp, but we can trade or cut him finally. I really hope Colbert gets a trade. I would take a 7th, but the hope is a 6 because we traded the 6 for Schobert or Schobert. I keep mixing that up.
I mean, there's got to be one team out there that desperately needs a decent, capable punter, right?
Yeah. We can't be the only team with punter problems, right?
No, I hope not. I don't know.
Let's see. Where am I at? John Tom says apparently Deacon Moats talking about behind the store curtain gross gang stuff. That's interesting. I didn't see that.
Really? Yeah. I did not know about that.
Me
but
neither.
That's all behind us.
Yeah.
That's all behind us. It is what it is.
It's 8-2 Cool says all my homies hate Antonio Brown. You know, I often forget he's still in the league.
Man.
I really do.
I'll tell you what. His work ethic.
Top notch. Best I've ever seen from a wide receiver.
Yeah.
You know, I never got to see Owens or Moss actually play. Because when I fully got invested in football, they're already out the league. Which sucks because I would love to see Moss in his prime. I got highlights for that, but still, to grow up and watch that. But, you know, the best wide receiver I ever got to watch personally was Antonio Brown. This guy was just...
I mean, dude,
for a slot guy.
Dude, for his size, he was only 5'10", about 185 pounds. for him to do what he was able to do. That streak of dominance for, what was it, 6 years?
But the man played like he was Megatron.
He didn't play like he was 5'10". He played like he was 6'3". The guy was so good, and he still is good. We can't deny it. Even with his off-field problems, he's still great.
Dude, that 2013 through 2018, just, I guess, run, I guess is just the easiest word to use. That run was just
I know. It's
flat out the best.
Just imagine, dude. Just imagine if he did not go off the rails and become a freaking idiot.
He'd still be the best receiver in the league. He'd still be putting up 1,500 yards a year. He'd still be putting up 100-plus receptions a year, 10-plus touchdowns a year.
Dude,
you imagine
who knows where this team would have been the past 2-3 years since he left.
I saw a post that Julio Jones could move up to, I think, at least 13 or 12 or 13 ranked all-time in receiving yards. Imagine if Tony Brown was still playing.
Or with this team, really.
Well, yeah, excuse me. Yeah, with this team. He's the third best option with the I could say, never mind. He's the fourth best option for the Bucs, behind Evans, Godwin, and Gronk.
I don't think he even cares anymore because he's with a winning team, a winning coach, and a Hall of Fame first ballot quarterback. And Tom Brady, that's what he always wanted.
A part of me is a little happy he got a ring, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, that work ethic definitely deserves it.
He was my favorite player. He was. Because I had no one to fucking love on defense.
Shit, the only one I could really love was Cameron Hayward.
And Shazier.
Really?
Into it in his early years.
But, dude, again, like I said, imagine how and where he would be right now if he was still with the Steelers. But that's his fault. Yet again, in the end, it paid off for him because he got a ring.
Again, that's behind us, too. Yeah, it sucks because I look back at it.
It is what it is, though. We got Juju. Deontay, who...
And Chase Claypool.
Bobblehead.
This is cool as shit, man. Oh, let me get the... There we go.
There we go.
Chase
Yes.
Claypool. Look at that.
Got the bobblehead right there.
If you guys are confused, this is a bobblehead from Foco, I believe. Foco, F-O-C-O, I believe. They make pops and not pops. They make bobbleheads and stuff like that for like specials. Like I even saw one about Undertaker and Mankind, where Taker threw Mankind off the Hell in a Cell, which is cool as hell. But this is in honor of his 4-touchdown game against the Eagles. It says right here, 116 yards, 4 touchdowns. It actually shows him holding 5 footballs. I'm not sure if you can see that. You see 4 there, and there's 1 underneath. So that's technically 5. Granted, he should have had 5 touchdowns in the game.
I never actually saw it. Let me see.
It's cool as hell.
Yeah, that is 5.
But there is one problem.
I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it says right there, Dolphins, week 4.
We didn't play the Dolphins.
We didn't play the Dolphins at all last year.
We played the Philadelphia Eagles. There he is on Nathan Gary. I believe that was the game-winning touchdown. His 4th touchdown.
Yeah, it's a little mess up right there, but it's still a nice bobblehead. Can't complain about that.
It's great.
It's real good.
Oh, you know one thing that pissed me off, though? So this was originally $50 American, right? $50. Now I saw earlier, it's now for $35.
So you could have saved yourself $15.
Yes, but I'm paying in 4 installments. So is Foco going to save me $15, or am I going to have to pay the full $50? I'm going to have to fucking email them on that.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're paying the right price. You don't want to get ripped off.
Fuck no.
Out of $15.
You know how much that $15 can go to?
Gas.
Exactly.
Definitely gas. Shit.
That's cool though.
That's pretty nice.
That is awesome. I love that. Right here. I'm gonna have to put it somewhere in the background for sure. That's awesome. Where did I leave off? I saw a video of Antonio Brown practicing with rapper 6ix9ine CTE on CTE crime. Goddamn.
Who?
You don't know who 6ix9ine is?
No.
You serious? If
I don't listen to that genre. I don't.
I'll put him up right now.
Usually I listen to any type of music
You've never seen
nowadays.
that fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, he worked out with him? Or did something?
I don't know. Who doesn't he work out with? He was with Drake in his God's Plan fucking music video. He was with Destroying on the Field. He was with 6ix9ine, I guess. He was with...
Didn't he do one with Logan Paul?
He has beef with Logan Paul. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know what Antonio Brown's doing.
Went downhill for him.
Not our problem.
No.
Not our problem anymore. We good.
No, it is not. What kind of money in terms does TJ pull? 5 years, one...
I'd say it's got to be around 100. I think $150.
I'm gonna say 5 years, 147.5.
Okay. It's kind of an odd prediction, but okay.
Well, you know, they never round the stuff. They always have like 4 years for $63.670 million.
Yeah, that is true.
So I don't know.
That is true.
But TJ Watt's gonna get the bank. I'm actually hoping for 6 years.
I'd sell it for 5 though.
Oh yeah, of course I was over 5. 6 more years of TJ Watt? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Two-time uncrowned Defensive Player of the Year.
2-time uncrowned Defensive Player of the Year. Number 9 on the top 100 players of 2022. That's right. He's going to be top 5 next year. That's my prediction right now. Quote me on that. Better be top 5.
He's only going to get better.
Is it odd for me to say he hasn't hit his prime yet?
I guess you can say that.
Coming into his 5th year. Has he hit his prime yet?
Bro, he's this dominant. He only played 1 year of outside linebacker in college.
Yes, because he was originally a tight end. Just like his brothers.
Oh, but Steelers got him because he's J.J. Watt's younger brother. No, he's T.J. fucking Watt.
Yeah, he's not no J.J.'s little brother no more, man.
Nuh-uh.
No, he is not.
Nuh-uh.
He is not that little kid congratulating J.J. when he got the call from Houston. He's the best goddamn edge rusher in the league. I said what I said. All right, imagine Bell and Brown with this defense now. They could have had it. Their loss, not mine.
That is their loss. That's their fault.
What game the best, Madden 22 or 2K football? 2K. Fuck Madden.
2K, yeah.
Random statement, but TJ Watt is better than JJ. I agree. I prefer Dan Moore over Chucks.
So do I.
I think everyone does. Bro, even in Madden, Ebron drops everything. Who doesn't drop a pass in Madden, though?
Yeah, Devontae Adams could be throwing the ball and he still drop it.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's why I'm not getting the game. I'm serious. I am not getting Madden.
He's serious. I always say
I'm saving my $60. I'm
I'm
saving my $60. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's Aiden Too Cool says I'm gonna head out. See y'all later. Shout out to Aiden Too Cool, man. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Catch you later, man. Have a great one.
Have a good night.
JB412 says, damn, $150. Let's go. Cap friendly. That's cap friendly. It's crazy.
Very cap friendly.
There's a lot of people out there saying, I think Thompson even said a 5-year 160. There's people saying 160, 170, which would be crazy. Who is the highest paid player right now? Defensive player. Isn't it?
Defensive player overall?
Isn't it Joey?
I think it's Joey Bosa. It might be. Because I think he signed the extension, I think it was last offseason. If I'm not mistaken. I think it might be Joey Bosa.
Let's see. That's not helping.
Football. Let's put football.
Stop it.
You got to type football.
Yep. What the fuck is with this?
You're not hitting it right.
Bosa.
There we go.
Contract. Boom. That's what I wanted.
Right
5-year 135.
Yeah. I think he's the
highest paid defensive player in NFL history.
Yeah.
Watt's going to totally break that. And speaking of highest paid players, Minka's going to break the bank when it comes to highest paid safeties in NFL history. Because seeing what Adams got, you know Minka's going to get a lot more than that.
Oh, no doubt. I'm going to be honest. I don't know why Adams got the money he did. But then again, with Seattle trading what they traded, they kind of have to keep the guy. You don't trade all that and not keep him. So, in a way, they were kind of forced to.
Right.
But Minka's definitely going to get more when his time comes.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Rob Gray says, were you guys ever Rey Mysterio fans? I was the biggest fucking Rey Mysterio fan as a kid.
When he was younger, Rey Mysterio was his favorite.
As a kid, I was into that high flying shit. I loved all the high flyers. RVD, Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero. Let's see, who else could I think of? Fucking.
There was a point you were a Sin Cara fan.
Don't remind me.
I'm sorry, but you were.
Sin Cara was garbage.
And then you became a fan of Daniel Bryan, CM Punk.
CM Punk, man. Oh, man.
Don't
get me started on CM Punk. But Bryan Danielson's about being AW and All Out in 2 weeks. How about that?
Yeah.
Was that next week? That's next week.
Yeah,
that is in 8 days, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's next Sunday.
In 8 days, we'll be looking at Bryan Danielson in AW. That's fucking awesome.
With CM Punk.
Yeah. But I love Rey Mysterio to the point, for those that remember Toys R Us, rest in peace to Toys R Us. They had this cool little costume shit where they had the mask and his pants and his gloves. I bought that shit, and I was actually Rey Mysterio for Halloween.
It was no lie.
It was cool as shit. I was a big Rey Mysterio fan. And seeing his son Dominic now, holy fuck.
You know, it's kind of weird. One time I saw Rey Mysterio win a match on Raw. It was like over a year ago. Me and Dan have not watched Raw or SmackDown in a while. We actually stopped watching the product. But I remember one time Rey won a match, and Dominic lifted his father on his shoulder. You don't usually see a son lift his father on his shoulders.
God almighty.
I found that very hilarious for some reason.
It was hilarious, but yeah. Let's see, where am I at? I lost my track. Yeah, Steelers, Clippers, Wolverines for life. Says 5 years, $170 million for TJ. That is what's being reported, apparently. We'll see.
He's going to break the bank.
Oh, obviously.
No doubt. He's going to get the bag. He's going to deserve every single penny.
They just need to hurry up and get the deal done so I can breathe easy. I still got PTSD from Le'Veon. Yeah. I'm so glad he didn't accept the contracts. Imagine the cap hell we'd be in. But, yeah. I thought we would keep Anthony Johnson, but he got cut today. I thought he'd wait it out, but I'm sure he'll be on the practice squad.
I think he will.
How about safety Will Parks being an option for us? That's not bad. He's a veteran.
I would not mind Will Parks at all.
I keep seeing his name being thrown around. Do y'all think we need more corner than O-line? I don't know, man.
Actually, when it comes to depth, yeah. Because I think our offensive line depth, again, not the greatest, but I feel like the offensive line is stacked with depth. Corner, not so much. I mean, there's points that we're putting safeties. Even Killebrew, I think, sometimes yesterday, he was in the slot.
Right.
You know, we do need more capable cornerback depth. That's the way I feel.
No, you're right.
I actually agree with this guy. Cornerback depth is a lot lighter and less inferior than offensive line.
It is definitely less experience, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah. I love Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy. I can't believe Jeff Hardy's still kicking. Good for him. Hoover, too. How about Hoovy? Man, he just wrestled Chris Jericho a few weeks back. What y'all think on Haskins? He wouldn't set his feet and looked scared. He plays better when he sets his feet. That's for sure. You're so right. Thoughts on Haskins, man? I'll start from the beginning. Seeing how he signed the contract, it was all about him making the 53. I think he's earned that. We all rooted for him. And I'm glad it might be pre-assumptuous, but I think he is going to make the 53. So good for him.
No, I think he's definitely done, I think, more than enough to earn that spot on the team.
I don't know if he's the future. It's going to take time, but I do not think Dwayne Haskins' time in Pittsburgh is over. No. I think he'll make the 53, and he'll even get extended after next year.
Yeah.
Or after this year.
With the uncertainty at quarterback next year, maybe the Steelers were going to look to see if he's worth at potentially starting.
Right.
Tomlin's the type of guy that will give just about anybody an opportunity. He will most definitely will give Haskins an opportunity.
Yeah. Would you guys bring back Troy Polamalu with Casey Hampton or Rod Woodson with Lamar Woodley?
Troy Polamalu with Casey Hampton.
Or Rod Woodson with Lamar Woodley. Wow! Polamalu and Big Snack.
Big man. The thing with Woodley, he was great, but when he got the money, he got lazy. His product declined so much.
Yeah.
He kept getting injured. He wasn't as dominant as he was when he and James Harrison were in his prime. Casey Hampton, he did not decline at all.
But he had a hell of a run, though, Woodley did, with Harrison.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, absolutely. It's just his production fell apart. Yeah. Hampton, not at all.
No, you're right, for sure.
I'll say the same about Troy, too, and Woodson didn't at all. He even transferred to safety, and it even benefited his career a lot.
Right.
So, but I had to go with Troy.
Janer says, hello, Twins. Great show. I'm Steelers fan from Columbia. Shout out to Janer in Columbia, man. That's where Steelers Nation's just everywhere. It's awesome.
It's worldwide.
Favorite female WWE fighter?
Dude. Well, WWE, I mean, they don't really treat their women's wrestlers properly.
I don't know. Liv Morgan. Io Shirai.
See, I don't want to think.
Sasha Banks.
I don't want to. You know what? You just pretty much answered for me.
I like Becky.
I don't want to think of how they are creatively. I want to think of how they truly are in the ring.
Right.
Their characters, how they are really in the ring, not their creative direction. I have to agree with Sasha Banks.
Right.
She's real good.
Do any of you watch UFC? I only watch most of the big fights, like the McGregor fight he had where he suffered that crazy injury at the end of the first round. I only watch the big shit.
Yeah, same here.
But I'd like to get more into it, obviously, is, UFC. Cause
yeah, I mean, if it's ever on every now and then, maybe we'll tune in and something's not on. But we just watch the main pay-per-views.
Pretty much. Let's see. Do y'all think Muth will be the starter over Ebron? I think he needs to be. He's better than Ebron. I agree.
I actually think they're going to rotate potential starts. Take turns starting throughout the season.
I can see that. I can see them splitting.
Because I think last year they did that a couple times with him and Vance Donald.
Right.
I think, if I'm not mistaken. I can see them doing that.
Well, if Ebron's the starter come week 1, I think Frymuth takes the spot at some point.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
They will get it back next year. Ben will be gone and the cap will go up. GM needs to backload contracts and extend some players to spread money out. Player is happy when he gets a signing bonus. That's the magic between Colbert and Omar Khan. And speaking of extending players to spread money out, is Joe Hayden. Got to extend that man. I don't care how old he is. He has shown no signs of slowing down. Do you understand the horror that we went through I'll just say the majority of the 2010s. I still have every single corner that started for us within those years and boggled in my mind, so I can understand and know and remember the horrors that I lived through growing up and how I'm so appreciated that the Browns got rid of Joe Hayden.
And we picked him up literally minutes after he was released.
It was beautiful.
Joe Hayden has been the saving grace since being a part of this team. He has actually said he wants to resign with the team and retire with this team. And so if I'm the Steelers, yeah, give that man an extension.
I will totally get his jersey at some point. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't have many corner jerseys.
I mean,
I don't think because I'm trying to think. No, I don't have any corner jerseys. I have 0.
I think I only have 1, and that's Rod Woodson. That's about it.
I have 0 corner jerseys. You got the Mel Blount up there.
Yeah, I can't forget about that, mother. Dude.
Yeah, the Mel Blount, but I'm saying ones I can wear. I don't have a
ones recently.
Right.
So Hayden's definitely the one guy to have.
Right.
So, yeah.
Let's see. After seeing what our quarterbacks can do, would you guys draft a quarterback round 1 next year, or O-line or corner? Definitely quarterback. It's got to be quarterback.
I think you would have to go QB.
It's got to be quarterback.
You would have to.
We're going to need a corner, especially if Hayden is gone next year. That's why we need to extend him. I think that would be a way for them to save cap to sign guys after the 53 cuts.
It's a possibility. They're obviously going to focus on Watt first. Maybe they get both done. I don't know.
I would hope so.
I don't know.
But the thing I love about Joe Hayden is he understood, I want to get a contract extension. I want to stay here, retire here. But I understand that man right there is the priority. He comes first.
Yeah.
How many characters like that do you see in the NFL today?
It's a rarity, dude. It is a rarity.
Instead of cutting the line saying, hey, give me my contract first, he's like, okay, he's main priority, obviously. Let him get his deal done, then we'll talk. Joe Hayden, man.
Simple as that. He's just notifying, hey, I love this team. I love the coaches. I love my teammates. I want to stay here. But I can understand that guy over there is one of the best defensive players in the league. He's the best edge rusher in the league. Make sure you get him, then we'll talk.
Make sure you get him and keep him.
Yeah.
Keep the good content up on Steelers, guys. Steelers Nation says Steelers, Clippers, Wolverines for life. Yes, sir, man.
No doubt.
They need a quarterback. It's a real strong quarterback draft. I like some of the quarterbacks next year, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back Prime Big Ben to 2022 season or Prime Joe Hayden. Choose one to... Oh, Ben.
Ben.
Ben. Ben.
You keep a quarterback.
Because I honestly think, even if we extend Hayden, I'd like Sutton and Pierre outside in the future.
It's a possibility.
So
it is.
Ike Taylor was the best, and that's saying very little. Yes, it is. Because, honestly, Ike Taylor was a little overrated.
At times, he was. He was a nice lockdown guy, but there were times he got burnt.
Alex D said, Tim Tebow. Sorry. Alex D says, you guys hear Banner is injured. I did not.
I mean, is he still...
Was that just reported?
Is he still dealing with the injury?
Why did I just turn on Steelers.com? I want to go to Twitter.
Was this just announced, or is he still dealing with it? I assume he's still dealing with it.
I have not heard anything about Zach. Man, that would hurt. That means
I mean, I know he played a bit in the Lions game, but I think he only played 2 or 3. No, it was 2 drives, and then the third drive, which was Ben's last drive, Dan Moore was in there.
Yeah, because I guess they're trying to get Dan Moore as a swing tackle. I don't know why. You get that man working on the left side because that's where he's going to start in the future. That should be the plan.
Yeah.
But the thing with Zach Banner, he played 2 series against the Lions, and only played, 12 snaps apparently last night. I mean, I know you're trying to ease him in after ACL injury, but he's supposed to be your starting right tackle, and you're just slowly easing him in. He's going to start come September 12th.
Yeah. He's going to be protecting Ben's right side. If I'm the Steelers, I get what they're trying to do with him, but I'm trying to make sure, hey, is this guy good?
Yeah.
Can his knee hold up? Is he healthy enough to be the starter for the whole year?
Right.
The whole season.
I am not seeing this until now, but 23 hours ago, Brooke Pryor of ESPN said Mike Thomas said Marcus Allen had a hamstring injury. Said both Zach Banner and Anthony McFarland didn't make the trip because they're dealing with injuries and were receiving medical attention in Pittsburgh. So Dan Moore got the start in place of Banner.
Right. I mean, I'm hoping Banner's good. I really am. I mean, he's a projected starter.
So that explains his injury.
Yeah. I mean, Banner's he's not the greatest. I don't think he's really that good in pass pro, but he's a great run blocker.
Oh, that's why he's starting.
Yeah. And with us trying to revive the rushing game with Najee Harris, I mean, Banner's the type of player at the tackle position that you would want to run behind because he's a hell of a run blocker.
Yeah, I for sure like Banner a lot. Hopefully he's healthy for the season. It's going to be very important.
I mean, he's definitely got about a week and a half until the season comes about. Right. He's got definitely enough time to heal up.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Thoughts on people saying the Steelers have the worst fans?
Stupid.
All right.
Yeah, the worst fans. Yeah, because in Los Angeles, the Charger Stadium wasn't overrun. Just like there isn't fans even in freaking Japan or England or Mexico.
You know what? I would give you one better. Watch Troy Polamalu's Hall of Fame induction speech. That's all the fuck you need to know.
Steelers Nation took over Canton that weekend.
Literally. For Bill Carr, Troy Polamalu, Bill Nunn, Donnie Shell, and Alan Faneca. You know how many times they were not only what the hell is his name? The ESPN guy. I keep forgetting his fucking name.
I know who you're talking about, yeah.
He got interrupted because of the terrible towels. Polamalu got interrupted because of the terrible towels, man. The fans took over. How the fuck are we the worst fans? Far from it.
We're the best.
Far from it.
The best.
Let's see, where am I at? Ike Taylor was the best what? I guess the best corner on our team. Well, he was.
Yeah.
Never lose Fitzpatrick with Joe Hayden or never lose TJ Watt with Juju Smith-Schuster. Man, Rob, you're coming in with some really tough shit. Never lose Fitzpatrick with Joe Hayden or never lose TJ Watt with Juju Smith-Schuster.
So I got to think of this, when it comes to our history. Our secondary history isn't really the greatest, especially the past decade.
Well, here's the thing. Safety's important. Corner's important. Yeah, TJ Watt's a monster, but do we really need Juju? I'll even say it during the offseason. Yes, I would have loved if Juju stayed, which he did, but at the same time, I was like, okay, if he leaves, not nothing to worry because we got James Washington.
Right.
And yes, I do hope Juju is a Steeler for life.
Yeah.
I'll say that because he's just a team player.
I'm just trying to think of, how we have been the past decade and when it came to the history of the Steelers. We got more, success at linebacker than
Safety
secondary.
and corner. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's what I'm trying to think. But I get what you're going with.
Minka and Hayden, I'd have to go for sure.
Yeah, I can understand that.
God bless Paul, son hit by car in downtown Pittsburgh. Really? Jesus, man.
Are you serious?
Prayers up to him, that's for sure. Prayers up to him and his family and his son. That is awful.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
That is awful, man. What y'all think of Mitchell Schwartz? How is he still a free agent?
I actually forgot all about him. Holy jeez.
Honestly, if Banner is not healthy come week 1, sign that man up. You do not start Joe Haig.
No.
You could start Dan Moore, but I don't think they're going to do that. They're going to put the veteran before the rookie.
Yeah, the way I see it, they didn't start Kevin Dotson when he was our best lineman last year. They put it's Filer, I think. Feeler, whatever. They started him.
He comes first. It's Feeler, not Filer. If it was the case, the I would come first. It's just basic grammar.
Either way, despite his last name, they started him in the playoff game when it should have been Dotson.
Yeah.
I could see if Banner can't go, I could see us going Haig if he makes the roster. I wouldn't do that. I'd go Moore.
No, Haig is awful.
But I look back at last year when they didn't start Dotson, even when Feeler was healthy.
Right. I'd definitely pick up Mitchell.
I am surprised he's still a free agent. Wow. It's crazy.
I don't believe it. Which punter do you think Steelers should keep? Harvin.
Thick boy.
What's up, guys? I have a question. Who would you rather want as a third string running back? Benny Snell or Jalen Samuels? I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Samuels. At least he can catch in the backfield.
He's more versatile. He's faster. He's more flimsy. He's more agile.
Yeah.
I just think Snell's too stiff. I don't think he's really all that athletic.
No, he's not. Bring back Bill Cowher and Mike Hilton. Bring back prime David DeCastro and Coach Dick LeBeau. Bill Cowher and Mike Hilton.
Yeah.
Honestly. We need Keith Butler gone. His pass coverage schemes are dog shit. Yes, they are.
This better be his last year. That's probably my, outside the corner position, that's my only worry with the defense.
This better be his last year, and I would move Carl Dunbar up to DC.
Yeah, I would too.
Imagine, man, you see what this man has done for the D-line since he came in after being with Alabama.
Hayward's been a better player. Tuitt's broken out.
Even Tyson.
Alualu has filled in so well since Hargrave has left.
We didn't draft a D tackle the year Hargrave left because we liked what we saw from Alualu, who was a 10-plus year veteran and was 33, 34, and now he's found a fountain of youth. This man, Carl Dunbar, is a future DC. He better be the DC next year.
I give him the opportunity. I keep that man in Pittsburgh. He's done so much for that D-line. Even look at the depth.
Hell yeah.
That's insane. And look how he was with the former, with other NFL teams when he was in the league before. He was with the Vikings. He
Jared Allen.
He helped Jared freaking Allen with the Vikings.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Twins, did you see Najee's recent Instagram post? It's fire. Did not. I am not on Instagram
often.
Very often. I'm more so a Twitter guy. Follow us on Twitter at SteelTwins, by the way. But, yeah, I am not a Twitter guy
or an
Instagram guy a lot. So I'll check it out right now. Najee Harris. Talking about this one?
Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, I've seen that this morning.
See if I can.
Yeah, get the OBS up. There we go.
Calm before the storm. That's what that says.
Yeah, man. Najee.
Yes, can't wait to see that man get the rock.
Can't believe it's still real. Najee Harris, bro.
Yeah.
You're wearing the jersey right now.
I am wearing his jersey, Najee Harris. I don't get a lot of rookie jerseys, but I had to get Najee.
Something about him, dude.
I'm absolutely freaked out when we drafted Najee because I called it. Yeah, we were all just anticipating and expecting it. After Miami passed on him, that man was a Pittsburgh Steeler. You might as well called him right then and there. You didn't have to wait your turn.
No, you didn't. Najee knew, man.
KDKA said Banner is hurt just now. Jesus, man.
Just now, okay.
Now, he's got a week and a half, 2 weeks to get there, but
to heal up.
The fact he's only played 2 series all preseason after being hurt all last year is just not ideal.
Now, you got to wonder, was he healthy playing the 2 series, or did he hurt himself while playing?
Right. I don't know.
Because I don't know if he was still nagging the injury. I don't know if the Steelers would have thrown him in there if he was still feeling the pain in his knee. I wonder if he was healthy enough but re-injured it. I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's see. Bills will probably try to put Jake Fromm on practice squad. He has bigger upside than Haskins. Eventually better than Rudolph. Excuse me, worth a shot if he goes to waivers. I agree. I liked Jake Fromm coming out of Georgia. I don't know what happened to him in that last year where he went from projected first rounder to, what was he, a fifth rounder?
I believe so.
I don't know. I liked Jake Fromm. I'd gladly pick him up if he's on waivers.
I would not mind it at all.
Worth a shot, like you said. Going to the Steelers-Titans game, yes, sir, says D-Hunt28. That is the game we're projected to go to as well.
Yep.
Cannot wait, man.
I'm excited for that game.
Swartz said he's not signing with the team until he's fully healthy. Still working back from his injury. Okay,
that
makes sense.
I didn't know he was injured.
Me neither.
Okay, I can understand that.
Rob Gray says, would you rather have Adam Vinatieri or Sebastian Janikowski for a 55-yard field goal to win a game? Well, Vinatieri is probably the most clutch kicker of all time, so probably Vinatieri.
I felt like Janikowski, when he was with the Raiders, I always felt he was inconsistent.
He had a hell of a boot, though.
Yeah, he had a great foot. I just felt like he was a little inconsistent at times. Vinatieri was more clutch.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Gave Brady his first 2 rings. Shakur Brown was a disappointment unless he gets another chance. Loudermilk looks solid for a late rounder, that's for sure. Yeah, Shakur Brown looked good in limited reps he got. You know, he was buried under competition due to Brooks, Millett, and even Trey Norwood last night. But in what we saw, man, this guy is physical. He's very physical.
Very.
You know, his coverage could be better, but I like the physicality he brings as a slot corner. That's what the Steelers love in a slot corner, is that physicality. I was surprised he got cut so early. But I hope he signs to the practice squad.
Yeah, you definitely give him another opportunity.
I think he could be a nice gem to work for maybe next year. Or if he gets his name called for later this year.
Yeah, and get his feet wet in special teams, man. With his physicality, that can benefit special teams a lot.
For sure. I don't know how Najee fell to 24. Think y'all could say who should have traded for him or picked him before us. I mean, there was rumors the Bills were going to go running back, which they didn't.
I think they tried, if I'm not mistaken. They tried, but they didn't.
There was rumors they wanted ETN. Obviously, the Jags took ETN right after us, but they were hooked on ETN because they wanted to make him a receiver. Prayers to ETN, by the way. It sucks to see him go out like that in his rookie season.
Yeah,
Just
seriously.
a shame.
He's a great talent, no doubt. He's a very versatile piece, and him with Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville having that Clemson connection there in Jacksonville could have been something this year with Trevor Lawrence. But
I thought the Falcons were going to trade up for a quarterback or a running back because who is their running back?
Mike Davis.
Is he a starter caliber? I don't know. But, you know, they could have had, what's his name? Javonte Williams in the second round, but he went to Denver. He's going to be just the bell cow for them.
Mm-hmm.
Someone we really love coming out of North Carolina. Who would you rather have as a backup quarterback? Landry Jones or Rudolph? Rudolph. Landry Jones was awful.
Mason Rudolph.
Awful was Landry Jones.
If Landry Jones was with that team in 2019, we would not go 8-8. I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Jones was that bad.
Would you keep Mason or trade him for Derek Carr? I mean, if it was a straight-up trade, Derek Carr, he's starter caliber. I don't know if Mason's starter caliber anymore.
At least, no. Yeah, Derek Carr.
I would accept Derek Carr.
Hell yeah.
Lose the season or line up against Aaron Donald to save the season. Taking one for the team.
I'm right there with you, bro. Right there with you.
Last ride, man. I am not going to lose this season.
Do whatever it takes for this team. No doubt.
Speaking of one last ride, man, I want to throw in something. It is complete, I believe, because there's nothing else I have to add. It is complete. And I'm doing this on the fly, by the way.
How you going to do it?
No idea, first of all. Another merch pitch. But I'm only doing this for... How do I... Okay, what do I got to... What was there it is. All right.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
Yes, you already see what I'm doing.
I see what you're doing. Okay,
there it is.
Go.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Boom.
Right there.
One last ride.
That is a spoiler, a pitch. Well, I can't really say it's a spoiler because I'm about to announce what it is. One last ride. That is the thumbnail for the Pump Up that will be released next Sunday, September 5th. What time? I don't know. But it is complete, I believe. I got to look over it, maybe do an extra few touches, but the 2021 Pittsburgh Steelers Pump Up, One Last Ride, is complete and will be released next Sunday. You guys can expect that. and I will say it runs 19 and a half minutes.
But it's one last ride for Ben.
At least I think it is.
And I feel like it should be.
Yeah, it should. But I believe this is the one last ride. This has to be Ben's last year.
Ben signed a new contract. It's only for 1 year. So I can only assume that this will be Ben's last year.
He's going to be 40 next year. I don't see Ben with what he's been through his entire career making it into another season. I think this is Ben's last year. This is why we titled it One Last Ride.
And look at the players surrounding him, bro. The talent. Steelers are in win-now mode. As long as Ben will be playing, they are in win-now mode. They don't rebuild, they reload.
Yes,
They've reloaded a lot compared to what we thought how they were when we lost against the Browns in the playoffs.
Yes.
Our cap situation, the amount of free agents, the people that we were potentially going to be losing, but yet they managed to keep Juju. Alualu was supposed to go back to Jacksonville, but yet he changed his mind and decided to stay with Pittsburgh.
Because he got COVID.
We got Najee Harris. Juju stayed for cheaper. Ben signed a new contract. Joe Schobert's with the team. Like, if you told me that all this was going to happen after we lost to the Browns, considering our situation at the time, if you told me that this was going to happen, I'd say you're out of your freaking mind. But yet this happened.
Never.
And Colbert, we trust.
Never doubt Kevin Colbert, man.
And Colbert, we trust.
Let's see. Where am I at? I'm a first-timer here, guys. Great show. Thanks a lot, man. Hope to see you around for the long run, man.
Definitely. Really appreciate it.
Let's see. Who would you guys draft for fantasy football, Devontae Adams or Tyreek Hill? Devontae Adams. He had 18 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He missed like 3 games last year. This dude has these questions. Who would you rather have, Jesse James or Ebron?
Ebron.
Jesse James caught that ball.
Yeah, but Ebron.
Trade for Kyler Murray or Lamar Jackson?
So a kid or a running back? I'm joking, but
Ravens fans Steelers fans may not like this, but I'm going Lamar Jackson.
I probably have to go Lamar.
Yeah.
I probably have to go Lamar.
People are saying Ben will be back next year. Apparently, according to TJ Black Gaming, Ben said he's discussing signing an extension. God, man, he just can't tell Father Time,
Hey, I'm done.
Yeah.
No. He even if he feels like he can still play, he's going to keep going.
And I'm going to be real. Even if Ben plays bad like he did towards the end of the year, which wasn't entirely his fault because, he had no one to depend on. But if Ben plays lackluster towards the end of the year, and we say, okay, you need to retire. We appreciate everything you've done, like we did last year.
Yeah, you saw how we were last year,
But I'm going to be dead honest with you. I still might want to have Ben with the team because I don't know if I'm ready to move on. I say I am, but I'm also telling myself, like, dude.
It's Ben.
Yeah.
It's the quarterback it's the man that's been our quarterback for pretty much the majority of our lives.
So, I don't know, man. This could be Ben's last year, but that's what we're titling it, One Last Ride.
Yeah.
Look at Tom Brady. He's still playing. Ben will be back again. But the difference between Tom Brady and Ben is Tom Brady doesn't get as much as Ben.
He doesn't.
Ben, when you look at Tom Brady and Ben, those are two entirely different athletes. Ben plays like his back hurts. Tom Brady plays like he's 20. Like he's a new quarterback coming into the league. But that's due to, he had a great O-line his whole career. He had a good coaching staff, as did Ben. Ben didn't have a great O-line his entire career. He had it for like 5 years. But Brady, man, he had all the tools around him to keep him healthy, keep him, his body in check, plus his diet's, just perfect.
Yeah, it benefits him a lot.
Right. There are rumors Deshaun could go to Miami, and if they don't trade Tua to the Texans, would you want to trade for him? I'm even seeing this on Twitter, man. I don't know. Do the Steelers take a left-handed quarterback? Do the Steelers like Tua?
As of right now, I can't really answer that.
I will say one of the main things that could attract the Steelers to Tua is his long relationship with Najee. If you've seen the Najee Road to the NFL or Road to the Pros, whatever they called it, Tua in the first episode was a serious, figure in the first episode. He's the one that convinced Najee to go to Alabama. because they were teammates in high school.
Yeah. They're great. They've been lifelong friends for a while.
So by that aspect, doesn't sound too bad.
It don't.
But what did Dolphins give up on Tua that early?
It wouldn't surprise me.
That's like another Sam Darnold story or another Josh Rosen story.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because I think they benched him like 3 to 5 times last year for Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
So I could see them giving up on Tua. I don't think Tua's that bad at all. I feel like there's still growth in him.
Growing pains, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wish we could have drafted Tua, Joe, or Herbert. Herbert. And I thought Burrow was the best quarterback that year. That LSU year,
I didn't expect Herbert to break out this much at all.
Well, not this early. You knew he was going to be a great quarterback, but holy hell, man. He had like a Patrick Mahomes effect on that team.
Immediately, too.
I mean, in terms of the way he played at the quarterback position.
Like, bro, his first start was actually against the Chiefs, and he was told that he was going to be starting literally as he was walking out the tunnel.
And bang, right there. He's like, all right, fucking bet.
He's like, all right, fine, I got it, no problem. And he performed. They lost, but he performed like nothing.
I think didn't that game go to a field goal? Good.
Yeah, I believe.
So I think Bucker had to get the game winner.
Like Herbert really, really stepped up big time when Tyrod wasn't performing, and I think he was injured.
I like the Chargers this year, that's for sure. If they can stay healthy, that's been their main gripe in coaching.
And with the new head coach too.
Who would you rather have, Chris Boswell or Sean Sweezum? Boswell. I liked Sweezum. He was pretty clutch, but Boswell's even more clutch. And he's got a stronger leg.
He does.
Who do you wish we could have, who do you wish we could have drafted, Brian Urlacher or Patrick Willis? Urlacher. Willis retired too early, but Urlacher was they're both great inside guys. They're both Hall of Famers, but
I think you gotta go Urlacher, dude. The guy's so dominant.
I think Willis, man, he was one of the few guys that really revolutionized the linebacker position to what it is today.
I don't think you can go wrong either way. Urlacher and Willis, man, just two dominant inside linebackers for their respective teams.
Yeah.
Go to show you, man, two of the best in our childhoods.
In this generation.
Yeah.
I will cry once the announcement of Ben's retirement. Dude, I cried watching Palomalu's Hall of Fame. I swear to God. You know, it wasn't like bawling my eyes out. It was just a tearjerker. Tear ran down for sure, but I cried watching that. I'm going to cry even more when Ben goes in there.
When the Steelers or whoever announces, Ben's done.
Yeah. It's oh, God.
It's something that we're going to have to accept eventually.
Yeah. Which linebacker do you guys pick to be leader for our team, Lawrence Taylor or Ray Lewis? God,
man.
Ray Lewis, man, like he could pump up a team, that's for sure.
Yeah, but Lawrence Taylor's arguably the best linebacker of all time.
Probably best defensive player of all time.
I probably got to go Lawrence Taylor. I really do.
Probably. If Cleveland doesn't win the division, don't you agree it's a failure on them again? Depending on where they rank in the division, but they have the team to win it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Jeff Reed or Chris Boswell? Oh, good old Jeff Reed. Let's see. I don't know, man.
See, now that's actually harder because Reed, I felt like, was a very underrated kicker for us. He in himself was clutch too.
Yeah, he was. I'd probably still go Boswell. I'll stick with Boswell. Primarily because
I'd probably go with Boswell because I every time I look back at that Chiefs playoff game.
Yeah.
Like, he's the reason why we made it to the AFC Championship game.
You're so right.
He's the reason.
18 points that game was all Chris Boswell. And keep in mind, we had Brown and Bell, and that Bell had a breakout game, and we couldn't score one touchdown.
No.
In here, we all thought we stood a chance against the Patriots in Foxborough the next week. We couldn't score a touchdown against the Chiefs defense that year. With the Killer Bees. The fuck were we thinking? Wish I could just... Like, we didn't score one touchdown against the Chiefs. We're going to score
against that defense
in Foxborough. Like, what the hell were we thinking?
And the defense we had against Brady.
Exactly.
Sean Davis and Artie Burns and God knows who else.
You don't have to name them.
I know, I'm sorry.
Oh, it was bad.
Let's not have nightmares.
Would you rather start a franchise with Sean McVay or Doug Peterson? Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Sean McVay. Would you rather have Marshawn Lynch or Leonard Fournette? Lynch!
Marshawn.
Beast mode.
Marshawn, man.
Beast mode. We will win the division again? I hope so.
I think it's a possibility. It's a toss-up for the main three teams.
Right. Russ says, yes, guys, please do podcast. Your fans want it. We gotta get into talks with that, man.
Yeah, we do. We gotta talk tomorrow.
I'm
down to doing it.
I've always been down. It's just, gotta figure out, how we're gonna do it, and when we're gonna do it, when we're ready. So.
But I'm definitely down. You guys want it? We're gonna try to get it done.
Yeah.
No doubt. So stay tuned.
Oh, why'd you have to say Mike Mitchell? God almighty.
Oh, come on, man. No, I don't want to look at that number 23. I want to look at the 23 we have now.
Who would you rather have in the playoffs? Willie Parker or Bell? Bell. He was a demon in that playoff run. He broke records in that playoff run.
I actually think, if I'm not mistaken, he actually holds the most rushing yards by a Steelers running back in the postseason series.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Who would you rather have, Eli Rogers or James Washington?
Washington.
Rogers was reliable, but definitely Washington. It is 11:03 over here in the eastern part of Earth, or the United States. So
yeah, we're from Earth.
Lamar or Josh Allen? Josh Allen.
Yeah,
it's just it's like Josh Allen with a better arm. Because let's be real, Josh Allen runs the ball pretty often, but he can throw the fucking ball.
Yeah, he's gotten so much better at throwing, especially with Diggs and Beasley a part of the team.
Right.
With his targets.
Who do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers record going to be this year? I'm still going to stick with 10-7 or 11-6.
11-6 still.
What's the next Steelers jersey y'all getting? Ooh, let's see. I just got a Najee.
I actually have not been thinking about that.
I told myself a few weeks ago that I want a new Ben before he retires. I need to get a new Watt.
Speaking of which, I don't think I have a Watt. I might wait till he signs the extension, which I should, but I don't have a Watt.
You don't have a Watt?
I don't have a Watt.
Well, you're going to get a Watt.
I'm going to get a Watt. Yeah, once the news breaks that he has signed that extension, I'm going to the Steelers Pro Shop, and I'm getting myself a TJ Watt jersey.
I got to get a Hayden, and I got to get a Claypool. But I'm not sure if I'm going to get Claypool yet.
I do want to get another, old school Steelers player. One player I really want to get, but it's going to be really rare to get.
Very rare. I know who you're going with.
Is Mike Webster. Best center, offensive lineman of all time.
You are so right.
That's going to be so hard to find. I already know.
Yeah.
But I want to...
In fact, didn't you see a game-worn jersey?
Yes.
Go for
I think it was his last season. A game-worn jersey by Mike Webster himself on eBay that went for like $34,000.
And does that have certificate that he actually wore it?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go play the lottery.
Hey.
But,
it's not worth it.
It is. No, you kidding me? I'd frame that bitch.
Keep your money.
I'd frame that.
Keep saving up.
But honestly, my next Steelers jersey is going to be TJ Watt.
Yeah, seriously. All jokes aside.
Let's see. James Washington, Anton Randall. I got to go Randall.
Randall.
Versatile as hell.
Great return specialist, too.
Yes, God. Diggs or Hill? Diggs. I think Diggs because he's a much better route runner. Better hands.
But Hill's so fast.
Okay, but Diggs is fast, too.
But Hill's so fast.
But speed isn't everything. You want to know why?
Well, it is for Kansas City.
Okay, but speed's not everything. You want to know why? Search up Dree Archer.
Okay,
search up John Ross.
Okay, but Tyreek Hill's not Dree Archer.
No,
Tyreek Hill can catch. Tyreek Hill has actually some pretty decent
trip over his own
running.
feet. Yeah. Steelers fans should appreciate Big Ben while we still have him top 10 quarterback to ever play the game, says Elliot Dare, I believe.
I agree.
So, wow.
Yeah.
You're right, though. Have Mike Mitchell to be our starter again with Watt being signed or sign later on Fitzpatrick and lose to it. Sign later on Fitzpatrick, lose to it. To it's great, but maybe I like some of the guys we already have. I'm not saying we should trade to it. We should not. Because he's very undervalued.
Underrated. He broke out last year.
How he didn't make the top 100, I don't know, but...
Or even the Pro Bowl, but that's a popularity contest.
Line up against Donald or get tackled by Khalil. I'll get tackled.
I'll get tackled.
Actually, it might be a hell of a lot easier. Well, then again, Donald will just bull rush you. He might fucking carry you to the goal line.
He lifts you with one arm with ease.
Yeah. Especially me. Where did you get the Steelers thing in the middle of the background? I'm sorry. I thought that was the same comment. Excuse me. Where did you get the Steelers thing in the background? Yeah, this I got from, shout out to Definitely You in Pittsburgh. They are going to be having a website up soon. They sell stuff like this in store, which was in Pittsburgh. When we were in Pittsburgh for draft week, This was in store. This is actually on sale. I think these usually run for $120. This is on sale for $60. I'm like, fuck it, I'm getting it. This would be perfect.
You can't beat that at all. Can't beat that at all. I also want to give a shout out to Steele Jackson. He's told us about Definitely You, and
that's a great Steelers merch store.
Great shop, dude.
It's actually an all-together Pittsburgh merch store. That's where I got my first Penguins jersey, which was a Lemieux.
Yeah, great shop.
Shout out to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Where am I at? Who would you rather have, Prime Big Ben or Prime Bell? Ben. Randall L. had a crazy throw to Hines Ward in the Super Bowl. Yes, he did. Randall L. was awesome.
That's why we won the Super Bowl.
Why was T.J. Watt named number 9 on the NFL Top 100? Because he's
because of the guys that were ahead of him.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't going to make it over Adams or Hopkins or Kelsey or even the quarterbacks.
Or Henry.
Donald, obviously. I think 9's a perfect spot for him. I think he's top 5 next year, though. Did you see what Clowney said? Yeah, Clowney's a fucking idiot. Man, he's really...
Yeah, go on.
No, you say it.
He really lives up to that last name.
Yes.
He's a clown, and he plays for them.
Said our inside was weak, and he going to torch them. He was one of the reasons why the Titans' pass rush was so bad to the point they signed Bud Dupree.
And
you're number 1
He
overall.
wants to talk smack. He wants to talk smack, but he only has, 2 sacks in 2 years?
Yeah. Let's be real. Kevin Dotson's going to give him a warm welcome to the AFC North.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That man was made by J.J. Watt. Do y'all miss Bud Dupree? I'm going to be real with you. No, because Alex Highsmith's going to be better. And I do believe that. Just because he's so much farther along as an edge rusher than Dupree was.
Yeah.
Last one. Aaron Donald. Okay, so line up against Donald and get tackled by him or lose TJ. Oh, I ain't losing TJ.
No, I will take Donald any day.
Yeah, I definitely want to try to get an Aaron Smith jersey as well. I'm gonna say Xander. Is that your name, Xander?
Yeah, Aaron Smith, dude. Underrated piece to that 2008 defense.
I'd have to search on eBay. That's where I got my Heath Miller Reebok. That's where I got my Santonio Holmes, which is actually a youth large, and I fit it. So that goes to show you how skinny I am.
Yeah.
It's not a comfortable fit, I will say that, but it's a Holmes jersey. I have it. Awesome. What else did I get? eBay jerseys. What else did I get?
Didn't you get
I got a Bumblebee Brett Kiesel.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I love that jersey.
I thought you did have Brett Kiesel.
Love that jersey. Super Bowl prediction, Titans Green Bay says Justin Charles.
Titans Green Bay.
That would be very different, and I would be open to that.
I could see it. I really could.
I would totally be open to that. That would be a hell of a game.
It would be a hell of a game.
Imagine Ryan Tannehill taking them to the Super Bowl. No one would have thought that 3 years ago.
New lease on life?
Yeah. But it's 11:10, guys. I think we're going to get out of here for tonight's stream, man. We've been live for an hour and 3/4. So I want to thank you guys for joining us for tonight's live stream, answering some of you guys' questions as the preseason wraps up and the 53-man roster will be announced very shortly come Tuesday. But that's our 53-man roster prediction. If you guys have any predictions, if you guys watching this on the replay, go ahead and put them down in the comments below, man. And to all those that did Super Chats and joined tonight, you guys are greatly beloved and appreciated from us.
No doubt.
And we want to do more of these live streams for sure in the future. But, the NFL season's coming very fast, which is awesome. So
2 weeks. 2 weeks till the Steelers and Bills game.
Yes, it is. A week and a half till who
Buccaneers and Cowboys.
Yeah, Bucs and Cowboys. So
that's the season opener.
But still, I'm gonna answer your last question, or a few more questions actually. Is would you rather bring back Heath Miller with Antonio Holmes or Brett Kiesel with James Ferrier? Ooh. See, that defense is so great, but Miller and Holmes were so reliable.
Yeah, they were.
I can't answer that. I really can't.
I'm trying to think. Right now. Oh, man,
I'll go Heath and Holmes.
I'll go Kiesel and Ferrier.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
And last question, how many more vids y'all doing before week 1? A few for sure. Again, the one last ride is what we're calling it. Will be released next Sunday. That is the Steelers 2021 pump up for this year. That'll be released 1 week before week 1, so I think that's appropriate. Obviously, there's going to be our our pregame talk about the Bills come that week as well, and the weekly predictions. Outside of that, not sure, but actually I am sure because we're going to do the 53-man roster announcement and the cuts and all that, and some guys I'm sure we're going to sign. So
and maybe some news breaks out. We don't know.
And, of course, when TJ Watt gets extended, we'll have the thoughts on that out. But you guys already know most of our thoughts. So, TJ Watt, get that man paid. Just fucking announce it.
It's probably done, but
stop having us wait. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for joining, man. You guys have a great rest of your night, great rest of your weekend, man. Stay safe, and we'll see what the Steelers do come these next few days. So, see you guys in the next one, man.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace!